Hello everyone, IceCool Tech here. Today we're going to be taking a look at how the iPhone 7 has been holding up on the latest iOS 13.5. Now before we get into the video, if you do happen to be new to the channel, definitely make sure to hit the subscribe button with notifications turned on to stay up to date with all the latest news, announcements, and of course updates from Apple, as well as reviews, tutorials, and more from IceCool Tech. Every subscriber hit truly does mean a lot, it's very appreciated. Timestamps are also in the description if you'd like to use them. Anyways, let's get straight into the video. iOS 13.5 is the first 0.5 milestone update we have ever seen in iOS, and it will be the last milestone update to iOS 13 before the release of iOS 14. This update brought some new features, including an easier way to unlock Face ID while wearing a mask, introduces the first iteration of Apple and Google's exposure notification API for contact tracing, and introduces a way to control automatic prominence of video tiles in a group FaceTime call. This update also adds an option to automatically share health and other essential information from your medical ID with emergency services when you place an emergency call. These features are currently only available to users here in the United States. This update also brings bug fixes and security improvements, such as an issue where data would fail to be secured while using a VPN and/or a mail vulnerability where a user could gain remote access to the target user's inbox by simply sending an email. Performance while running iOS 13.5 on my iPhone 7 has been the same as previous iOS releases, including the previous builds of iOS 13.4.5 and 13.5 beta. This is exactly how it was with the iPhone SE first generation as well. It hasn't improved, but it hasn't decreased in any way either. Now this is a good thing, as the iPhone 7 did perform very well on these previous iOS 13 releases. Animations is a slightly different story. I've noticed an improvement in animation speeds after updating to iOS 13.5 on my iPhone 7. Animations such as swiping through pages on the home screen and opening and closing the notification and control centers all perform very smoothly. However, I have noticed a bug that I've constantly come across is still present, which is a missing unlock animation. This issue is not too major, but it is pretty annoying, and I cannot seem to replicate the issue, but I'm still trying to find a trigger for it. The other animation related issue that I had in iOS 13.5 beta 4 has been fixed in the full release. Now this was a bug that I haven't seen since iOS 13.0 beta 3, and it was a bug that would prevent the user from swiping through pages on the home screen. Now this happened as iOS would think that you were tapping on an app when swiping between pages. It was a bug that got extremely annoying for many users running the beta, so I'm glad to see that this has been fixed before it could get any worse. Now before we get into battery, I should take a second to mention that my iPhone 7 is running off of a maximum battery capacity of 94% and has not had a restart. This means that my iPhone 7 is not being performance throttled to maintain battery life and prevent restarts. Now battery life in the iPhone 7 while running iOS 13.5 has definitely seen an improvement, and many users have seen this as well. In my experience, iOS 13.5 is getting the best battery life out of all previous iOS 13 versions for the iPhone 7. With light use, you can definitely pull off a full day. With medium use, you'll likely need to charge the device once or twice throughout the day, which isn't too bad. Now, if you're a heavy user, you'll still have to charge the iPhone multiple times throughout the day. This is definitely an improvement over iOS 13.4.1 and earlier versions of iOS 13. Now as for standby time, I have been looking at a drain of around 6 to 8% overnight. This isn't bad at all, but it's not the best I've seen. However, it is an improvement. Now when it comes to battery life, everything varies user to user. Your results may be different from mine depending on how you use your iPhone, your settings, configurations, maximum battery capacity, etc. A common problem iPhone 7 and 7 Plus users have been experiencing with earlier versions of iOS 13 is moderate to severe overheating. iOS 13.5 has seemed to fix the issue for me for the most part, however I still experience light overheating. Before iOS 13.5, I'd experience moderate overheating when doing semi-basic tasks, and severe overheating when moderately using the iPhone. Most users are reporting overheating fixes in iOS 13.5 as well, but there are still some that are experiencing overheating. Now of course, the main question, should you update? Well, if you're still on iOS 13.4.1 or you plan on installing the iOS 14 beta on June 22nd anyway, I definitely recommend updating. If you're on iOS 12 or older and plan on installing the iOS 14 beta, then I'd also suggest updating to iOS 13.5 now, as it'll reduce the amount of stress being put on your device. And finally, if you are on iOS 12 or earlier, yet you don't plan to update or need to, then I definitely stay there. iOS 13.5 has not seen much of an improvement in performance, but has seen an improvement in animations. This is always welcome, but we noticed the bigger, more important improvements within battery life and overheating. This is just in time as iOS 14 Beta 1 is less than a month away. Now, if you did miss the community post, I announced that I now have an official repository. You can add my repo using the link below, and I'm really excited to announce this. I've already released the first open beta of my first theme, Modern 6. Now, Modern 6 is the first truly complete Retina iOS 6 theme. My goal is to make an iOS 6 theme that suits the advanced sharp Retina displays that we have now while giving you back that gorgeous skeuomorphic design and providing that nostalgic feeling. I also want it to be the first truly complete iOS 6 theme. Most iOS 6 themes to date are either incomplete and non-Retina or complete but non-Retina. Modern 6 is currently in open beta, and you can test it out, report bugs to me, and even send out icon requests. You can install it for free from my repo on Cydia or Zebra right now. Now, as always, if you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment down below. Alright everyone, that's all I have for this video. If you did enjoy the video or found it helpful in any way, show me by leaving a like, and if you are new to the channel, definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button. Every subscriber really does mean a lot, it's very appreciated. Don't forget to check out the IceCool Tech official Discord, link in the description down below as always. And also, make sure to follow me on Twitter, the link for that is in the description as well. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.